What's going on, guys? Bank Rubber Games here, more Titanfall 2. Last episode, when we left off, we made our way through an industrial complex and ended the episode with a boss fight against Apex Predator Titan, one of the mercenaries. So he's a bit of a tougher Titan than the others that we've faced so far. Really cool mission. Didn't do the best job at making our way through it smoothly, but still very fun to play through nonetheless. So I recommend going back and watching last episode if you haven't seen it, because it was very, very cool. And this episode, we're just going to be carrying on with our objective to rendezvous with the other militia forces. Something that I do have to say is I have played this mission before, but my recording messed up, so I am having to play through it again. But I don't mind that, because it is very fun.
Major Anderson went this way. It could be a shortcut to the rendezvous point. I recommend we proceed. Pilot mode engaged. Watch our step.
What is this place?
Accessing files. Unknown.
What are we doing here, BT?
We must proceed through this facility and continue to the rendezvous point with Major Anderson. It is our only chance of survival.
So something to point out is because I have played this mission before, the collectibles that we've picked up won't appear. So there is one in this cave here. And here we get a new Titan loadout, being Scorch. Very fun Titan to play, especially in multiplayer. It's not great against like grunts and things like that, just because the weapon is so slow firing. If they're grouped up, it's fantastic though. But you can do a lot of damage against enemy Titans with it very, very easily. And we'll be able to use the abilities coming up.
This is Ash. Go ahead.
Gain is not responding. I think our militia pilot's trying to be a hero. He's got to be headed your way. Kill him.
Understood. Ash out.
Who's Blisk?
He is a war criminal, wanted by the militia, commonly employed by the IMC. Blisk was responsible for the death of my previous pilot, Captain Lastimosa.
So our main weapon is a thermite cannon. Isn't great against grunts, just because it does fire so slow. It does do a high amount of damage and has like a damage over time effect. It's very cool. We can also throw out those canisters. Do a lot of damage. And last quite a while as well. We have also got like a flame wall ability, very fun to use, and lasts quite a while as well. Something you do have to be careful of is taking damage from your own thermite, which is a bit annoying. But we have also got our thermal shield, which will protect us from attacks, but will also do a lot of damage to enemy Titans. See, it absolutely melts their health. You do have to get close to them though, is the only trade-off. So they did activate their missile core there. We were a little bit aggressive there, so we did take a bit of damage. But overall, not too bad. And we have got a new Titan loadout for doing that. And this actually has a weapon that we don't get to use if you play the multiplayer. And it's like a quad rocket launcher. I do think it was in Titanfall 1, but you can also use it to fire single rockets as well. Very, very cool setup. But we'll get to see more of this a bit later. I do think there is an achievement for defeating 3 Titans with one use of the flame core on Scorch. And I think the easiest way to do it is this section here. You weaken the Tone and the other 2 Titans a little bit, then use your flame core when they're grouped up. You should be able to take them out
This
together.
loading dock's cargo lift offers a shortcut through the facility. Check your HUD for the control panel.
Good idea.
Thank you, pilot.
Lost eyes on target. Pilot flanked us. Quick!
So here we do also have the Mozambique. For some reason we spawned in with it when we restarted the level.
Cargo lift activated.
It's a very fun weapon. It's like a thermite shotgun. Actually has pretty good range.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized Titan detected in loading dock 13. Transferring Titan asset reassignment.
Ash to Kappa 3. I have located a security breach. Loading dock 13. Over.
Roger. Kappa 3 en route. Out.
Pilot, I cannot free myself. Cooper.
So obviously BT has been captured, so we will have a section in the game where we're on our boot, where it's boots on the ground again, and kind of highlights how the pilot's a little bit useless without a Titan, and a Titan's a little bit useless without a pilot. So it's very much about being a team, and that's something that is sort of shown throughout the campaign. It's really, really cool.
Pilot. Pilot. I need assistance.
Looks like the automated security in this place has picked up a Titan. That's work for us.
If you read me, I'm being taken to this facility's substation.
BT, how do I get to you?
You must follow the pipes to the lower levels. Warning, losing contact.
So the next pilot helmet collectible is over here on those rocks. You just run across that pipe to get it.
I can see IMC infantry scattered throughout this facility. Be careful, pilot.
Bloody hell, this job is for Marvin, not to train the infantry. You're right, mate. We're overqualified for this pitiful assignment. I don't see why we need that bloody simulacrum giving us orders.
She doesn't care about the IMC at the frontier. Blisk's mercenaries only care about money.
And what do you care about?
Killing. Watch yourself.
So here we have got a weapon of the devotion. It's very fun, but it does burn through ammo. You can see the way the fire rate sort of ramps up there, so I'm not going to worry about using it too much.
I have a Vanguard class Titan. What would you like me to do with it?
And I bloody care. Destroy it. What about its pilot?
He is being dealt with. This facility was built to kill. I'm sure I can take advantage of that fact if I have to.
Ash, that place is not your bloody playground. I'm not paying you to be clever. Scaffold that place if you have to, eh? Let's go.
Pilot, I'm being taken down an assembly line. There may be a common exit. I recommend you follow the flow of the platforms. Pilot, this facility is extremely dangerous. Watch for crushing hazards on the assembly line.
So here we have got a section of the game that's much easier to play, just like a regular boots to the ground game. And you might have noticed a new enemy type there with a shield. And easiest way I've found to take them out is just throw a fire star at their feet. And it will either take them out or stagger them so you can fire at them as they sort of fall over. Another one over there. You see it either take them out or they'll like run away. Didn't mean to do that, but it seemed to work out alright. This is a really cool bit of the game. There is a sentry turret over there.
What the hell are they building here, BT?
Unknown, but I doubt the IMC are mass-producing homes. They usually destroy them.
Yeah, really cool section here, moving along the assembly line. Kind of reminds me of in the second Star Wars film with Anakin, or even Minority Report, where he heads down the car construction line. That was close. And in this next section we have got to be very careful as there are ticks. Okay, it makes things a lot easier if you keep moving. And here's another section where it is just a bit easier to run past a lot of the enemies. I head back onto the platform. There is a pilot helmet collectible up there. I'm not too worried about getting it. Just the platform there. And you can obviously fight your way through all the dudes, but it is much quicker to mainly focus on going down the assembly line to rendezvous with BT.
Pilot, are you all right?
Barely. That was a meat grinder. You okay?
I'm undamaged. However, I do not believe this is a food processing plant.
With my luck, this place is gonna turn itself inside out.
Or upside down, considering the circumstances.
Yeah, and this whole section is really cool. Again, it highlights something about Titanfall 2 that I feel like a lot of other games don't do. Just the effort they put into big, expansive areas like this and set pieces. Kind of reminds me of something like a Killzone level, the way you work your way through the industrial environments in those games, which is really cool. And it all just makes it very memorable.
I admire your perseverance. If only the IMC infantry were as dedicated. There is only one way out, pilot. Up.
Pilot, scans indicate the dome above as your best course of action to find an exit. I recommend getting there by any means necessary.
The dome is still waiting. Rest assured I will not execute you summarily. You have my word.
There is normally another pilot helmet collectible over there. Just run along that crane, across that catwalk, and along that wall to get it. Very easy one, that. And you can climb up that way to get to the top, or you can run along these big cranes. It's actually a bit quicker.
Simulation dome scenario activated. Resetting terrain.
Impressive, pilot. You made it all this way alive. Unfortunately for you, there is only one way out. Step up to the platform. Well done, pilot. I will take it from here.
And yeah, I've always thought this is a really cool setup for an arena. It's like a simulation dome. Again, something that's just very unique.
Loading scenario 127 in Dynamic Simulation Dome 314.
Now, we shall see how impressive you truly are.
I imagine it took quite a lot of effort to create as well.
Delivering militia test subjects.
Just making sure to pick up more 5 stars.
Let us begin. Deploying specters.
Pilot, your heart rate is accelerating. Are you in distress?
busy, BT.
If in combat, utilize your cloak. It will temporarily make you invisible.
Initiating IMC Reaper test program.
So here we have got Reapers, and I find one of the easiest ways to take them down is just to stick a fire style on them and then lay into them as much as possible.
Re-established. Cooper, the houses contain weapon caches. I saw them being loaded on the assembly line.
Your tactics are impressive. I'm sure the IMC will be honored by employing you.
Deploying additional Reaper to test scenario.
Make this a little more interesting. The IMC would be able to thank you for helping make the Reaper more effective. Perhaps I'll have to renegotiate my contract. How strange. This is taking longer than expected. You should have died by now. Kappa 1, report to Dome 314 immediately. Objective, destroy the militia pilot. How copy over?
Solid copy. Proceeding to Dome 314, out. Kappa 1 in position. Awaiting orders to proceed, over.
I admire your perseverance, but it's time to end this. Kappa 1, eliminate the militia pilot. You are clear to engage.
Opening the door. Squad, prepare for dome breach.
I think I just took out one of our friendlies.
As I should have expected, the IMC infantry clearly lack your resolve. Perhaps I have
Think
no
I
choice
pissed
but
her
to
off,
step in
BT.
personally.
You will have to explain that expression later. Get out of there while you can. I have detected an opening in the outer wall. Marking your HUD.
Yeah, these guys normally, I like to get a frag grenade and cook them, throw them in. That's the easiest way to take them out. But we didn't find I didn't remember where the frag grenades were, basically. So we didn't find one in time. But the E-smoke didn't work too bad at doing the job. And again, we're just going to be making our way towards BT. You can see at the bottom left there, definition, redefine, reevaluate definition of shortcut. And it's things like that that actually give BT a bit of personality.
You killed that pilot.
I am dealing with him.
Stop getting caught up in your games.
Am I not allowed to enjoy myself while I work?
Not when your work suffers.
Point taken. Ash out.
Don't worry. With the price I'm putting on his head, you can buy all the toys you want.
Sector 4 Charlie. Detonate charges 21 through 29.
To all IMC personnel, this is Ash. I am sorry to report, due to your inability to contain the security breach, I have been forced to scuttle the entire complex. Some of you may consider this overkill. It is. I suggest you evacuate immediately.
Restocking Prowler containment array.
She's obviously not a very nice boss. This bit's quite cool. It always reminds me of the towers in the Matrix that have all the pods. And normally as well, there is a pilot helmet collectible on top of this pod here. It's quite easy to get to. You just make your way around the towers.
Pilot, I do not know what you did, but a series of explosions just weakened the manipulator arm. I have broken free.
I think here we're on the outside of
This
another
place is
simulation
falling
dome.
apart. I suggest we leave. You are not far from my location. Marking your HUD.
Again, there's normally a pilot helmet collectible over there on that rock. You just run along the wall like we will in a second and pick it up by jumping across a bit early.
This is a highly dangerous environment. I suggest you embark, pilot. Transferring controls to pilot. Pilot, I detect an exit beyond this dome. Check your HUD.
Where do you think you're going? Just don't know when to give up, do you?
And this weapon is very, very cool. Just one downside with it is the missiles are very slow. So it can be quite difficult taking out targets at range. So that North Star there did just activate a flight core themselves, but we'll be able to test ours out in a second. And it's little sections like this which I think are really cool. This is just a map painting effect. But again, it's just like a really memorable set piece and all the dynamic destruction as you make your way through the environment. It's very cool.
On your head, pilot. Dead or alive, that makes you worth something to me.
So here we are obviously facing against Ash, who is in a Ronin loadout Titan. So you want to make sure to stay as far away as possible from them. They do have a sword core they can activate where they'll be able to power up their sword and do a lot of damage to you. But the easiest way to avoid it is by activating your flight core or your VTOL ability.
Flight core offline.
Didn't make the most use of out of our flight core. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is too little, too late. Perfect.
So that's their sword core. We can just avoid it, thankfully.
Surprisingly impressive. You should not have done that, pilot.
Titan down.
And you might have noticed their health bar went
Security
into a critical
lockdown
state,
disengaged.
where it's
Surface
like a
access is authorized.
black and yellow
The
bar.
security lockdown has been disengaged. I recommend we leave through the tunnel.
And when you have that when they have that black and yellow health bar, you can go in for a melee attack and get a cool execution like that. Very fun to do in multiplayer.
Pilot, I have concluded we We should take no further shortcuts.
So that does bring us to the end of that level. Very, very cool. Like I said, you can sort of attack it how you like. You can take it quite slowly and take out all the enemies, or do what we did and run through it. I mainly did it to make sure we could fit that level all in one episode for you guys. But looking at how long this episode has been, I think here's a pretty good place to wrap it up. And then next episode, we've got the most memorable and reference level of the game. Really, really cool. So definitely make sure to stay tuned for that. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode and been enjoying the series so far. If you have been enjoying the series, make sure to like and subscribe for more, and then that way you won't miss out on anything. Like I said, next level is like the most memorable and most referenced level of the game. It is very, very cool. And again, I haven't seen anything else do the same thing to this extent. So we've got that to look forward to. But thanks again for watching. I always appreciate having you guys here, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.